The Lemon Squeeze Show is here to inspire, empower, and illuminate women around the globe. As entrepreneurs, role models, warriors, the glue that holds families together, trendsetters, career women, and mothers of the earth, we face obstacles daily. We conquer the inevitable. We persevere beyond measure. And we flourish unapologetically. It's a fact that life will bring you lemons. It's a choice for you to make lemonade. Welcome to the Lemon Squeeze Show. That's what JoJo knows.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Hello.
New week, new show.
Yes.
Welcome to the Lemon Squeeze Show. I'm your host, JoJo Knows.
And I am your co-host, Constance B.
And I am Miss 31.
Yes.
And you're here at WPSN99.com or checking us out on our YouTube channel, The Lemon Squeeze Show.
That's right.
How are you all doing?
We are doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful. How you doing, girl?
I'm good. No complaints.
Good.
Well, I'm excited about this show. Something different. I know everyone
As
who
you can
is
see.
listening. And if you are tuned in on the radio, I suggest you go on our YouTube channel, subscribe so that you can see us in action because we are beautiful. But in addition to that, we have a really great backdrop, or whatever you call it, to celebrate love.
That's right.
Valentine's Day is one of my favorite holidays.
Yeah.
Is it considered a holiday?
It is considered
It
a
is
holiday.
a holiday.
But you going to go
You don't get
go
to
to
get
work
off
still.
work.
Right.
No, it's
It's
not.
a holiday of love.
Right.
Okay, then.
It's not a bank holiday. It's just
And of gift giving and receiving.
I know.
Right.
Yes, that's what makes it the best.
I can just smell the perfume coming now.
Yeah. Okay. Or a new bag or something.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that later, though.
That's right.
So the fun part that I'm excited about, and I know you ladies are too, is that we actually went on our Lemon Squeeze IG and we asked our viewers questions. And so we have some of those in the show that we're going to answer this week. Some of them, I'm going to tell you now, was so juicy that we had to actually incorporate them in the next few shows.
Right.
And so stay tuned. We're going to try to add, share, and give our feedback on everyone's topics. Because we love you guys, and we really want to talk about what you all want to know, what you want to hear about.
That's right.
Today is all about love.
Yes.
So I titled this show Valentines Day Chronicles.
All right.
Okay. So first topic. How soon is too soon to buy gifts in a new relationship?
That's not where I thought you were going with that question.
Well,
Hey, we can answer that question too. That's a good one.
I think it's like how you feel about
The person.
that person, because you can meet somebody that the vibe is extra strong. You get along with them and you're like, you know what? I don't mind. Now, what kind of gift?
I was gonna say that.
What it's about,
Right.
It's levels to what kind of gift you give someone, earlier on, in the middle,
Later
long.
on.
So, it's just levels to it. I think like if you're just meeting someone and you guys have been kicking it for like a month or two or maybe even 3,
You're not getting a car.
no, you're not going to come. But I think like a nice dinner is fine. It's okay. It's a nice, you're
I
treating
wish
them
somebody
to a
would just
dinner.
give me a dinner. We've been dating for a month or 2.
What's wrong with that?
I think that's the dinner is. Yes, we need to go to dinner, but I still want to give a nice gift.
I mean, when you say nice gift, like, what's the dollar value that you're saying nice gift? Like,
Or does it matter about the dollar
does it
value?
matter?
I don't think it matters about the dollar all the time.
It's the
Well,
effort
actually,
behind
no,
it.
And in like 3 months or
Is he
something,
watching?
I'm saying like it depends on what it is. So if you go everything's sentimental. But if you
Right.
put a lot of thought in something and it didn't cost anything at all, like you created some love letter or some poetry that you wrote and you actually like wrote it on this cute paper and stuff, it cost probably $5 and it's extremely special. Now, do I think something else should go?
Oh, this is nice.
I'm just being honest.
These words are kind.
But everything doesn't
Is
have
it
to
something
be expensive. Or, Groupon is really good. Like,
Yeah,
you can
Groupon's
get some
good.
Gucci, cologne, things like that. That is really
Or,
nice.
if
but
you're
cheap.
If you're a woman, if you're a guy, and you're trying to get a woman something that's not too much, and you've known her for like 3 or 4 months, and if she likes Pandora, you know, like
but yeah, Pandora's
getting a
good.
nice Pandora charm, you know,
Or starting her out with the bracelet and then
Right.
the first charm. That's cute, and you'll probably pay what, $100 for the charm and the bracelet.
and probably less than that. I mean, maybe
Is
even
this 3 months
depending.
or more, or 3 months and less?
This is 2 weeks for me.
I cannot.
Okay, I think.
What about you, Brittany?
I think for me, it's the thought that you put behind it. Like, I'm fine with a nice dinner if it's laid out nicely, or if you put the thought into it to do like a reservation or something to ensure that we will have a great time.
I'm so glad. I don't mean cut you off. I'm so glad you said reservation, because that's something the listeners need to know. Valentine's Day, you're supposed to make reservations. If you
right.
don't make reservations,
And we just show up.
feel like you just thought about that at 5 p.m. and now we're just walking
And
in.
we're waiting. Like,
Right.
you're going to be waiting.
Like,
Like you on Valentine's
Make
Day.
it look like you had some plans for us.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, I had to say that before I forgot.
Yeah, no, but I'm not one to say he needs to actually like purchase a gift. It's just we need to be together, spend time, do
Right.
something together. If it's less than 3 months, more than 3 months, then that's a different story, and it depends on how much time you're spending with one another and where you are in your relationship. Because some people who date 3 months aren't necessarily spending time every single day together or talking every day. They're kind of
Right.
just kind of going with the flow, doing like a little courting here and there. Some people date multiple people, so I think it's just depending on where your relationship is with that person. I mean, you know, you might have 12 eggs in your basket, and you know, I just chose
12?
this. I mean, hey, you got to keep your options open.
So what
Like I
I
said.
think is, from what you're saying, makes me think of this. To me, when you first start dating someone, this is a very vital moment.
Right.
You know, you're trying to woo, you're courting, you know, you're making them want only you. So I think you do the most in the beginning. I'm not saying buy a car, but if you got it, ain't nothing wrong with that either. If you think this is like, you know, somebody really special, because there are people who date for 3 months and get engaged and get married.
Yeah, that's why I
So
said
it depends on.
yeah.
That's why I liked what you said. It depends on where you're at. If this is just somebody you're hanging out with and y'all just cut buddies, then
Now,
you
that's
know
a-
the expectation isn't really that strong.
Now, that's a good one right there. Cut buddies. So, now you guys been dating. Now, I don't mean like in a relationship, but getting to know each other. And so, is it appropriate for the guy to go out and get a nice suite and you know, put roses and all this and that? Now, this is his Valentine's Day gift to you, but he's looking for a good time.
Now, are y'all already getting it in, or is it?
Yeah, you guys probably have done that. So
Well,
is
I think
that
that's sweet.
Well, then
that's
this,
appro-
well,
that's
then
appropriate?
It's
Yeah.
okay,
Okay.
because he at least is saying, you know what, I like doing that with you, but I want to make it a little special for this moment, you know. But
And it's a good sign that
Right.
he's with you on Valentine's night.
meaning that he may actually really like you and want more.
Because,
you
yeah.
can be sitting on your couch alone,
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know.
and then you come over tomorrow like, hey, what's up?
Well, I'm just saying, FYI, Valentine's is always for us. Just so you know,
Oh,
it really
okay.
is. I mean, we
So the gift
we
is
give
for
it to you,
us,
but it's
the
yeah,
good
it-
time at the end is for you. So the reason of putting all the energy and effort is to get the good
Is
time
they get
at the
that
end.
bang bang up
It's
in the
not
room?
to get that, but just know that we know that if we fail at Valentine's Day, that's not happening.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a no go, and it's miserable. So
Right.
Oh, it's gonna be so
that,
miserable.
you know, we know the deal is what I'm saying. That's why we get lingerie. Lingerie is not just for you. I mean,
Right, of course.
you
right.
know, if it was for you, we'd be, you know, getting something else that you like us to wear.
That's true.
That's true.
You notice we get stuff that we want to see you in.
That is
Right.
so true.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
Cool.
So I guess what we're saying, well, my thought is, the better the gift in the beginning, because I think, you know, like once you're together for, let's say you get together, you know, and you're there together for years and years and years. Like at that point, you know, you've been together, and then it's fun to actually do something spontaneous sometimes, or something, you know, outside of the box, because you've done so much already. They've bought you all these things already, the things that were on your wish list, you know, your boo has gifted you with over the years.
Right.
And so I think, like, at that point, sometimes the gifts might tend to get a little dry. But as I say that, I just don't want that for me.
So help a brother out. I got 25 years, JoJo. Then what do I do at 20? Do I get a fist pump then?
No. But if I was,
I mean, what do you
if
do at
I
25?
was there at 25
Yeah.
years,
Help me.
I mean,
Like
I think
long-term
I would do it differently. So like maybe last
Something
year
really-
we just really went out to like your favorite. You took me to my favorite restaurant, and we had a nice night. This year, like maybe you surprise me and we go out of town for the weekend, and you have the little chocolates and the wine, or you knew there was something that I've been wanting, that I've been eyeballing at a store, and so you surprised me with that. I guess what I'm saying is, like, when you're to me in a relationship and you've been together that long, the Valentine's Day is like every day, and so you wouldn't wait till Valentine's Day to get me that bag I want or
Right.
whatnot. You'd get it throughout the month. So the Valentine's Day changes when you've been together so long versus when you've been
Right.
just dating. Valentine's Day is a big thing. Like when you've been with somebody for a year or two, Valentine's Day is huge.
Yeah.
But after 25 years and all the balloons keep coming and, the new bag,
Well, I think it still
it's
can be
just different.
special.
No, it still be special.
Yeah, no, I know you're
but you
saying
don't
that.
have to do the most.
I think she's saying it's just the thought that kind of counts of what kind of gift you get me.
Paying more attention.
Right, paying more attention, not just doing a regular, let me go pick up some flowers, a card, some balloons, and chocolate.
I mean, something like that. Like
Oh,
my
I can't
parents-
stand that man. Have you ever been in the Have you ever been in Walgreens or Publix on Valentine's Day and you see the man who rushing in from work,
Six
grabbing
dumb dudes looking
Oh,
at
that
the
man.
cards.
grabbing the
That
flowers,
man,
grabbing the
okay.
card, and then running out? You could tell they're like running to give that, like, no thought.
Now,
I hate that.
Now, my parents, they've been together for over
Don't you do that.
27, 30 years, right? So, like, it's so nice because, like, if my mom, my stepfather, he knows what my mom likes to eat and things like that, and vice versa with them. So, like, we're not in the house, obviously, anymore. But to be able to cook dinner, cook a very nice dinner.
That's what I'm
And
talking
then you
about.
have the wine that's on chill. Even if, she or he is not a big drinker, but for that night, they may sip a little something, And then to have, the massage
playing.
oils. And you just lay them out. And don't even say anything. Just lay them out and just give them a really great massage after dinner.
She does just want
I
to feel
like
sexy
that.
and still desired. No, I think that's what it is. When you've
That's
been
nice.
together in
Yes.
a relationship for a very long time, they just want to feel that you still find them attractive and
Right.
sexy.
Right.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
where that's exactly what I was saying in a quick, short sentence. Thank you, Louie.
I love it.
I love it too. So let's see. What else do we have? Now, this one was from a listener.
All right.
Listener's choice is what we called it. It's hard to admit falling in love with someone that is not yours.
Oh, my
and when
gosh.
what do they mean by not yours? Like this
Not
person is
yours.
Not
like in
yours.
another relationship.
Somebody else's.
It's just as plain as that. Not yours.
They didn't break it down. That's all they said. But for me, that means that they belong to
It's what
somebody
it
else.
is. Exactly.
You belong to someone else.
Well, the way that I look at
That's
that is
crazy.
you set yourself up for failure if you knew that person was already in a relationship. Why would you fall in love with someone who's unavailable?
Just silly, though.
But
But you know what? One thing about women that I can say, I don't know about guys, but for women, we fantasize. Like we have, when we were kids, we like little girls, we daydream of living in a castle and we got the man. Like we daydream and fantasize a lot. And I think some women seriously fantasize to the point where they get themselves,
Caught
caught up into like this imaginary relationship, but they know
right.
that he is someone else's, and you really get yourself wound up. God forbid if he spend 10 minutes with you. I mean, you
head over heels in love, don't know what to do, huh?
yeah. But then guess what, sister? He meeting up with you, and you get yourself caught up. You don't know what else you get him, and then now you got a whole can of worms that you're dealing with because if he's that bold and disrespectful, really not bold, disrespectful.
He'll do the same to you.
Exactly.
They always say,
And then he goes home to his woman and then comes out to
No, they say
visit
where
with
you
you
get 'em,
frequently.
it's then where you lose 'em.
Why would you even want to be fooled up with somebody that's doing that? Because you already know what they about.
okay,
Yeah.
ladies, y'all know I'm always the
Oh, JoJo.
throw the curve in there. I have compassion for this woman because I feel that every woman, or almost every woman, has been in a situation like this. Not necessarily going in it with someone who, is taken, but someone who they really like, and then that the feeling is not mutual. And so, but going back to what she said, I think there's two type of women. There's the woman that is just having fun, and they feel like, you know what, it doesn't matter, or they've already been scarred, so like screw the woman, like I'm just gonna get mine and have a good time. And then they forget that we are internal creatures, and so we receive the meat. The man delivers the meat. So it is an emotional connection whether we want to accept it or not, because we're taking in something like internally, whereas they deposit, like it's like a withdrawal.
Right.
Got you. So it's really no how can I say?
It's like a soul tie. So we feel like, we're not,
it is a soul
you
tie.
know, we're not going to be caught up with somebody. But when you open yourself up and allow someone to enter inside of your body, there is a connection there, whether we like to
I say that
I
I
just
said
thought-
that before.
that's a dummy move.
or not.
And I've done it, you know, and I'm 31, so
That's what
I feel like
that's what I was trying to get out of you.
No, but it's real, but it's still a dummy move. But I mean, thank goodness, you know, some people you go through things like real early, and like you know, you went through a lot when you're young. Well, I actually am happy I went through a lot of things while I was really young, because now when I look at things or things come my way, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I dodge all the bullets, but I really think now.
Right.
Because I know how bad.
You don't think with that pocketbook all the time.
Exactly. I'm actually thinking with my mind, and like, you know, not even with my emotions or my feelings. Like, I'm thinking logic. Like, you know what?
Rational.
You're rational. You're somebody else's. It's nothing that you can tell me that's going to make me want to even go out and sit with you and have dinner. Your woman is not there.
Right.
That's inappropriate. I don't even want to go down this road. Been there, done that.
Right.
And
Then you have some women that have never been through that. So then when they get 30, 40,
they
they're
get truly lost in the
and
sauce.
somebody else's woman, and then next thing you know, you got somebody tapping on your shoulder at church telling they need to talk to you.
Right.
And then you go outside,
Not
and this
church.
woman got her Glock, and like, listen, stay away from my man, period.
Right.
Well, I'm glad you said that. And then before we move on, there's the second woman, which you hit on the doorknob, the one that's in this fantasy world. This is the woman who feels like, you know what? I have something that they want to make him come to me, like to make him want me. He's going to leave her, which is absolutely, you're delusional. And so
Let's just keep it G.
you are like, leave people's men alone, or understand that you gonna be alone and you're gonna be in your feelings once those emotions get to rolling, and you realize that you at home by yourself and he's at home with his woman, and you can't talk to him till the phone cuts on. You know, it gets real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
Like,
right.
And it's so silly. I'm sorry. It's so I'm not downing nothing that somebody's personally going through, because like I said, I went through that situation myself before in my early 20s. But to get to that, to really get yourself to a point where you're like really in love.
Right.
Like, in love is a serious word. Like, it takes a lot to be in love. Now, you can like somebody, love thy neighbor, but to be in love with somebody else's,
Yeah, lust is different.
Yeah.
Like lust.
That's
Some
strong.
people lust somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't love them. They lust them.
yeah.
But shout
But
out
do you
to
think
her.
that that's lust, or is that like really
I think
love?
we get confused sometimes. I think it's normal to get
Sometimes
confused.
you have a
I
very
think we
strong
do.
lust, and you think that it's a love.
And then you
And
realize
it's
later
not.
on,
Yeah,
like, I ain't love
feel
that fool.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just really lusting over the thought of what we could become.
Right.
So are you saying to her, you might not be in love, you might just be
In lust.
Yeah, and lust.
lust.
It could be too
Very
with
curious.
what you were saying earlier about how we're internal creatures. I spoke about this to a friend like last week, where I was stating, you know, I don't like to give myself to people because I am that female that if I start getting intimate, like, I'm really into you. Like,
Right.
I had to learn at a younger age, like, you have to separate yourself from that. You cannot tolerate this.
if I give you that cooler, you my boyfriend.
Right, right.
I know what you're talking
You know
about.
what I mean? Like, I feel that way. Like, we not just gonna be doing this and you
go
get to
together.
go off somewhere else. Like, no, I'm gonna act crazy on you. So instead of even putting myself in that situation, you know, I nip it in the bud. I let a guy know up front, look, I don't want to be intimate with you unless you're really ready to deal with someone. Because if you're not, I'm letting you know I can't handle it.
You gonna be in the bushes.
Right.
Know what you want.
If you don't know what you
Yes.
want, I mean, I'm not gonna be in no bushes, but I'm just
I
stating,
will.
I'm just stating the fact that I'm just
I'll
stating
be
the
in the
fact
bushes. Who?
I'm just stating the fact that I don't want to put myself out there if you aren't putting yourself out there. And I think as women, because we are internal creatures, we really have to start standing up for ourselves in the sense of saying, you know what, I'm not going to give you a part of me if you're not going to give me a part of you. You're not going to just
I want all of you. Like, I want all of you. I'm going to be giving you all of me.
I'm saying like in the beginning.
And I be darn.
In the beginning
if
should
I'm
be
just
all.
gonna
Sounds
get
like a
half
song.
of you. Like
Well, we got to take a break, but before taking a break, JoJo, maybe you can answer this and be thinking about this and maybe answer it on the other side of the break. You said that the person's unavailable, right? Mm-hmm. I think there's people out there that think that everyone has a price. Everyone's truly available. I just need to push harder. I just need to get closer to them. They just need to know more about me.
I can
but
change
everybody.
them.
I can change it. So I can. If you can answer that on the other side of the break, that'd be great.
Good.
Okay.
Great.
So we'll be right back. And hey, listener, good topic. You know what I mean?
We appreciate you. We really do. Thank you for giving us your insight on what's going on.
And we'll be right back to say some more. And before we go, shout out to our sponsors.
That's right.
Yes.
Journey Pure. Whoop whoop.
Retreat.
Now matters more.
Hey, Retreat changed their name to Retreat Behavioral Health.
And Retreat
Behavior health.
Did they do it for us? Look.
Yep.
We'll be right back, y'all. And we are back. I am your host, JoJo Knows, and my co-host, Constance B, as well as Mizz 31. We are in the building, and you're tuned into the Lemon Squeeze Show. So before we left, we were talking about one of our listeners who shared it's a struggle being able to admit that you have fallen in love with someone else. And our producer, Lui, challenged me to discuss about, when is there such thing as someone being unavailable, or is someone always available, like depending on, what you do or what you compromise? And my answer to that is no. One thing I can appreciate is that you said it's difficult to admit, but the great thing is that you admit it, which now you can really work on, why, how you got to this place, so that you don't again. If a man is unavailable, or a woman for that matter, they are unavailable. For some reason, we believe, and I've been this woman, where I thought if I cooked, the right food, this person would love my food so much that they would get their act together. Or, because some women I've heard who are dating like sideline chicks, which I don't believe the hype. Let's go there. They believe like, when they look at the man's woman or the man's wife, because she doesn't look like you, because you bada bing, bada boom, slim waist, fat butt, nice,
whatever it is,
breast, or just you just have a beautiful body, and this person is a little overweight or whatnot. So you believe because you look better than her that some reason he's gonna want you more than he desires her. The relationship that they have,
the bond,
regardless of how you look, it's not gonna make him available. If you feel like your stuff is wetter or better, or you perform certain acts in the bed that she doesn't, that's not gonna make this man available. No. If somebody is unavailable, they're unavailable until they become available, and you can't do anything
until they're ready to use you,
right?
Really, for their own whatever pleasure,
right?
Then they're available.
And I feel
mean available when that's a good point, because you're saying temporarily available.
Yeah,
I'm saying like how women believe someday, you got him right now, but I'm gonna be the wife one day, or he's gonna leave her. No, ma'am. No, sir.
Every story doesn't end that way.
They don't end that way. Like, regardless of what they're telling you or how you all vibe or your connection, I'll tell you probably 99%, and I ain't looked this up, of people who deal with other people when they're unavailable do not ever become the number one or the only. It just doesn't happen.
If you even look at, and I'm only bringing this up because we've all watched the shows, and when you look at like the Love and Hip Hops and all these different reality shows, and
they never need a wife.
What really got me is watching the Stevie J and Jocelyn, their whole entire situation. And I, watching that whole ordeal, and she just wanted him so bad, to leave Mimi alone. Right. And so he started doing her all dirty. And then so he's giving you attention, but he didn't even want you to have the baby. Like you get pregnant from these people and then they don't even want you to have the baby. So you go and abort the kid. It's like a line of foolishness that follows behind running after an unavailable person.
And it looks good, but at the end of the day, if you sit down and think about it, great point, Constance B.
And look who he's with now.
Exactly. A completely
whole
different
other
person. And he
person.
treats her completely
different.
Exactly.
And so what do you think is going to come out of you sleeping with somebody else's man when he actually sits down and thinks about it with a clear head? You a homewrecker. You know what I mean? Like, why would he turn you into the wife?
I also feel like
I
they
done
lose
shook up
respect.
some apartments, but I ain't never been a home wrecker.
No, I feel you. I feel like the man loses respect for you too. Like he sees that you're doing all these things and you don't even have a title, or you're not really
Why buy the cow when you can milk it for free?
right.
Is that how you say it?
Put some drip on
Why
that.
milk the cow when you can
rewind
buy
that.
it for free?
No, you said it right the first
Oh, okay.
Why buy the cow if you can milk it for free?
So, baby, stop talking to this guy. Wipe your tears. I understand you might be in your feelings. I don't know.
Move
It might really
forward.
be. You might really be in love with this guy, but he is unavailable. It's stamped. It's sealed. Find your own man who is available and can give
And
you
who really wants you.
100%
Right.
of who he is and what
Right.
he has to offer you.
And women have to know too that men are there to chase you. You are not supposed to chase. It's a thrill for a man to chase you. So
That's true.
allow him to
But
be
I
a
be getting
man.
the thrill too of chasing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I'm
okay.
just-
It's okay if you want to put a little effort in, to show him
I
that
get what
you
you're
care
saying.
back. But
She's just being
ultimately,
petty.
you should allow the man to chase you. Let him be the man. Let him show that he wants you. My father told me this a long time ago, that whatever man you marry, you make sure that man loves you more than you love him. My father told me that.
I've heard that too.
like
And
I've heard that saying.
the reason being is women, we naturally are caretakers, we giver. Once we love you wholeheartedly. But if you find a man that falls in love with you first and he wants all of you, trust that relationship. Because I look at my parents. I think my dad loves my mother more than my mother loves him. Not saying that she doesn't doesn't love him, but I do see that.
his love is like
Right.
head over heels.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's that
So
old
make sure
school
your
love.
man is sprung, whipped, all that, head over heels, dangerously in love, as Beyonce
well,
says.
my dad
over
said,
you.
my dad told me when he first met my mom, he knew that was going to be his wife. And he said, your mother was really mean to
I
me.
did too.
He said, your mother was mean. He said, I spent my last dollar buying your mom some ice cream and she threw it on the ground and said, I don't want it. And he said, I was like, I love her. And I was like, you're crazy.
found her.
I'm like, why?
He should have known that.
That's so
Yeah, I was
cute.
like, why would you love someone after you spent your last dollar to get them ice cream? They throw it on the ground and say, I
And
don't,
time
I don't
was
want
hard
it.
back then too.
Right. And he's like, because it was something that showed me like she's just not gonna take any and everything. Like
I
she's
know
about
that's
her
right.
business. Like I talk to my father a lot.
Yeah.
So just listening to him and him telling me certain things, I've actually dodged a lot of bullets. Like,
Right.
just keeping that in the back of my head, like. You don't chase the man, let him chase you. You can show that you care, but when you're putting more effort in than what the guy is putting in, that's a problem.
It is a huge problem.
You are worth so much more. And before, because we're going to have to end this topic, you guys, Valentine's Day Chronicles, but there's one more, the listener's choice that I want to say. And the question is, does being financially stable matter in a relationship? Yes.
Do you
now,
I feel when you first meet, you should meet someone. If I got it together, you have it together. Now we together
And you fall off.
and something happens and you fall off, then that's when we need to come together with a plan on what the
Kinda
next steps are
action.
going to be. But I don't want to meet you and then I got to raise you and then we trying to move off of that. I don't want that. I want to be able to say you're a man, you're handling your stuff. Not saying you got to make more than me, but you're holding it down to a point
yeah.
where I don't have to assist you right off the back. Like I just met you. Because I don't expect a man to meet me off the back and I'm like, yeah, can you pay my car note? Can you pay my light bill? Like I don't want to be that type of chick.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
but
I
if we're in a
understand.
Look
relationship,
at JoJo's face.
I'm just joking, y'all.
no, I'm just saying if we're long term and something
Yeah.
happens, things happen. People lose jobs, you get laid off or whatever
Yeah.
the case may be. But do you have a plan?
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
Some
let you
people,
go
that
and
is
then I'll
their
go
plan.
after.
Well, okay, so yes, I think you should definitely be focusing on yourself while you're single, getting yourself together and all that. So then when you do meet a person, it's not like you said, you're not just like a little scrub.
a burden.
Yeah, you don't want to
honestly.
be a burden. So it does matter to, have yourself together. I'm not saying you got to, be a millionaire right off top.
Right.
Because actually, I honestly prefer to meet someone that is striving and doing and they're saving, and then then here I am as well, and then we come together as one and we got this solid foundation.
You grow
Right.
together.
We grow. I love that. I don't
Right.
see anything wrong with growing with someone who is
Oh yeah, no, not
on
a
the
problem
same
with
page
growing,
as you,
But you gotta at least
but not
have a
meet somebody who
foundation.
just lazy,
no
sorry,
job, no car.
You want
Oh,
to
I
be
ain't
up
got a
under
car
me
right
all
now.
day. You don't want to work. You don't want to do no.
And so I say the same thing, you guys. I'm just teasing you all because I have been that woman where I expected, right off the bat, you paying the rent, you paying the car note, and I got it too. But going back on a
It's a
serious
control
note,
thing though when they do
Control.
that.
on a serious, no, it ain't. It depends.
Who's controlling who?
Exactly. But on a serious tip, yes, to me, you have to be financially stable. I agree with these ladies in a sense where you can't be out looking for a job or a car, not have yourself together, because that just brings issues into the relationship where you're struggling and you're fussing about finances because you're not in a place of wholeness yourself. And so you have to be
Right.
in that certain place, so, where you are confident and comfortable where you are before proceeding to be, in love or in a relationship with
Right.
anyone. I personally, I just want to give this short little testimony. I always had the expectation, like, when a man's with me, they play, if not all the bills, definitely the mortgage or the rent. Like there was nothing, there was no conversation about it. And if they weren't able to do that as well as other things, they couldn't even talk to me. Like I was not even interested.
Right, I understand.
But in my relationship that I have now, which I'm so proud of, I went about it actually in a different way because I was in a different place in my life where, I didn't expect or even ask for this man to, pay the rent, pay the mortgage. And then I had all these lined up expectations financially of him. I actually went in it where, okay, these are the bills, and we split them down the middle.
Boom.
Still with the goal of, because I do love when a man, there's something about when a man just pays the mortgage and the woman pays the other little bills.
The utility, the little odds.
But I went in it with a different expectation because at the time, the job he had, he couldn't pay the mortgage, like,
Hold all that.
$2,000 mortgage. And so I love this guy enough to where, okay, you know what? I'm going to do something different where it wasn't about that. We're just going to build together like you
Exactly.
said. And what the point, and I'm about to end this right now, is less than a year later, this man pays the mortgage now and I pay the other bills. And so
Amen.
you take someone and you build together and you grow together, and financially you will also acquire or strengthen as well, and those desires of your heart of being the housewife or him paying the more of the bills than you, it can and will happen, once you become a team. So
Perfect,
I
right.
wanted to say that to all you women who were like me, who expected, all this
Remember
stuff.
me and you were just talking the other day because I got upset. So my story is totally different. I met a guy.
I always have to cut her off on a story.
No, it's because it's commentary time. Is that why?
It's Constance B inspiration time.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Oh,
Inspiration.
But we gonna come back.
I always say the wrong word, don't I? It's not commentary.
I'm
it's
sorry.
inspiration.
I'm sorry. I want to hear it. We want to
I
hear
want
it.
to hear it too.
Make it look.
Mine
Make
is
it.
small.
Make your
Mine is very-
inspiration short.
Yeah, mine is. It is.
There we go.
And it's still inspiring, though, even if it's small. You guys all know what that sound means.
Yes, we do.
Inspire us, Miss Constance.
So, all you need is love. But a little chocolate now and then doesn't hurt.
Hey.
Okay.
So, it inspires. What was the.
Define chocolate.
I was like, I don't even like chocolate.
Well, you can have white chocolate, you can have black chocolate, you can have caramel chocolate. Whatever your preference is. The love is always there. But, a little kiss, a little.
Chocolate is
Yeah,
just a
little
metaphor
chocolate.
for sweetness.
Affection.
Showing affection.
That's
Right.
what, that's what I meant.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what it is. The chocolate is showing affection. And so this CB's inspiration was inspired by our entire show, which is about love. And so it's
Love
good.
it.
Love is perfect. And, you know, it's good to show affection, though. I think a lot of people, what I'm learning from others is that a lot of people really aren't affectionate anymore, which is strange because I'm such an affectionate person. I'm a loving person. I like to touch and hug and kiss. So I'm just reminding everybody that show some affection.
Show some affection.
You can still love.
It's
Love
okay.
is love. Yeah.
You don't have to be so hard, man. Like, you know, you tough with your homies and stuff, but you don't have to
Be
be
a little
rough and
soft.
tough with your girl.
Come hug me. Come
You know?
kiss me.
And it's some women though, like I've been hearing like guys say that their woman is on that side of the fence where no, she's not affectionate. Like she doesn't come up behind me and, you know, rub my head for me or, you know, do my shoulders. Like,
I'm glad you said that. Women, be affectionate with your men because there are
Please.
some tough and rough women too that
They be
aren't,
like, bruh, chill out, bruh.
you know,
They be
that
like,
aren't
whoa.
doing that either. Do your job. It's okay to
be
feel-
soft
Right.
sometimes.
Be
It's
soft
okay.
and nurturing and feminine. It's okay.
So that's CB's inspiration.
Yay. I love it.
Good.
So, before we get to your, it's gonna come in.
You
now.
got 2 minutes.
We have 2 minutes.
We'll do it after the break.
Gifts women adore.
Mm.
So we also
2 minutes.
did a survey on this, and some of the gifts were jewelry.
Yeah.
Thoughtfulness was definitely the biggest one that repeated itself. Was put some thought in it. So brothers, if you're tuned in, make sure you make it special. I tease y'all because I do like my little nice expensive things, but it's always about the thought. The thoughtfulness beats, you know, a Gucci bag any day.
Right.
What if he was
Someday.
thoughtful enough to just pay the bills?
Ooh, that is a great
What
gift.
if that was
Like,
Are you living in separate homes?
this month, baby, you don't. This
Pay
month,
all
baby,
bills.
you don't pay no
Are
bills.
you living in separate homes? Because I feel like
That's
living in
the
the same
best
home.
Valentine's Day
not
gift.
That's not a gift.
or what you said that your father does with his girl, and you know she walks in the house and the house is decked out and he's cooked. Yeah, that's special as well. Even flip it.
Thoughtfulness.
You know, you don't really wear lingerie that often, and we have lingerie to show y'all after this break.
Yes, yes.
You know, and so when he comes in the door, you have either the lingerie, you tell
It's
somebody
like,
to watch the kids,
"Hi-yow."
or you have nothing on with the tie. You know what I mean? What movie that is? Remember when she was sitting, Pretty Woman, and she was sitting there waiting on him
Oh, yeah, I
with the
love
high
that movie.
heels on, with the tie. Oh,
Damn.
you know, like put some thoughtfulness in it. If you need some ideas,
'Cause we
hit
got
us
drips
up in the
for
DM.
sale.
We'll help you out.
Not drips for sale.
Yeah, not for sale.
So before we go on break,
Not available. Not available.
we want to shout out our sponsors. Miss
Yes.
31.
Yes, we want to shout out Now Matters More, Journey Pure, and Retreat Behavioral Health.
You sound so dry.
I'm so
We'll be right back.
I'm sorry,
We
guys.
love you, sponsors. We'll be right back.
I do love you all.
What I'm talking about love. Talking about love and happy, yeah. Talking about love and happiness. Love and yeah.
And we're back.
Yes, we are.
And I'm your host, JoJo Knows, and you are watching the Lemon Squeeze here with our co-host, well, my co-host, Miss 31 and Constance B. Aren't they beautiful?
Yes, I am lovely.
Ow, bow,
Yes, I am love. Okay, I'm sorry. We're lovely.
And so, you know, yes, we are. They are. So we were sharing this week's episode with Valentine's Day just being completely different as usual. And so we put in all these little topics, you know, to try to discuss what our listeners shared or wanted to know, our opinions, you know, each of us for that matter. And so one thing that we wanted to talk about that we haven't, and so if you are on WPSN tuning in, WPSN99.com tuning in, we want you to go to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe as well.
Hit that
so you can
subscribe
see
button.
this because we have lingerie
Uh-oh.
to show you all. For those of y'all, especially before we left, we talked about those rough and tough women, you know, who need to soften up a little bit. So we are giving you tips and actually giving you visuals of what you can go out and buy
Yes.
We have tried these things out with our significant others or a boo. Well, a boo,
Husband, boo, boyfriend.
an ex or something.
Dang.
Not me. All mine came from I had no. You know why? It wasn't even about you, Miss 31. It was about it coming out my mouth, and then my man watching the show. He like, oh, you wore that for somebody else? You know what I'm saying?
No, I got
you,
you. I got you.
That's why I was like, wait a minute.
We got something to tell you, bro.
Yeah, wait a minute. So maybe these all for you, okay? So we have something for every woman, right? Even look at us today. So what we said that we wanted to, get in the mood of Valentine's Day.
That's right.
And so Constance B is giving us life with her Valentine's dress that
Honey,
she's
with this
probably gonna
red
wear
on,
too.
honey.
Yeah, she's gonna get me shot.
I'm gonna wear it tonight for dinner, actually.
So, and it's completely cute, short. It has the see-through.
The little straps.
What do we call this?
I'm gonna give you a little
kimono
shoulder.
cardigan that's really in style. Oh, I love those. And then I'm wearing something. So in case you have
Yes,
kids
honey.
at home, so you have to be a little more modest until they go to sleep and you get it in and get, hang from the chandeliers. Where you wear the nice dress lingerie and then you have the robe to accompany it to hide it all, keep it all tucked and sucked. And then
Tucked and
Miss
sucked.
31 also has that you never go wrong with the black satin robe, okay? And we're all actually wearing red lips.
Yes,
Because the red
ma'am.
lip do something to the man.
I don't know
It
if that
says
color-
Yep.
without opening
It
the
say,
mouth.
come here, boy.
It says come here.
It says,
Without even speaking. It's
yes. Hey, go.
bring that butt over here, boy.
Get over here now.
And so we have all these different
Uh-oh.
items.
What you
For
got?
the tiny, the mid-tiny,
Let me hold this up.
the juicy, and the BBWs. We have it all.
Have it
And
all.
so, Constance B, you're holding up the first one here. Let me
What-
give
what
one
have you
to
guys-
you.
Wait,
what
let
do
me
you have
hold this
there?
one. Let me hold this one up.
Okay.
Uh-oh, what
You
is
want to
that?
start with that? Okay.
Yes.
So let me tell you about this one here.
Uh-oh. What the?
This is a one-piece
What?
cat suit.
What?
And it opens in the bottom.
So let me show you guys the bottom.
Yeah.
So don't worry about having it on and then like if you decide to do like a little dance for your boo or you want to serve him dinner in that, like don't worry about having him, oh my gosh, I don't want to wear this because he's not going to be able to, it's too much to take off. You ain't got to take it off, girl.
No, and,
can
and
keep
guess
it
what?
on.
It's so thin to where even
not gonna
if
be hot.
it didn't have the hole at the bottom, it's not easy. It's not
He
hard
can just rip
to
it off you.
Rip it.
Hey.
Is that adult size?
Yes. It's so I'm glad you brought that up. It's stretch. It's a one size
Oh my God!
fit
Show that
all.
more in the center. More in the center.
More in the
Go to
center?
the
Yeah,
camera.
right.
Okay.
Put it in the center right there.
All right.
And so it's a one size fit all. It looks
Look at
tiny.
that.
This is the
But-
shoulders.
Literally,
one size fit all.
That looks
not
like
one
a
size fit
baby.
most.
That is so hilarious.
Take that
Listen.
challenge. I want to take the challenge.
we need to get you
Go put it on.
Try it on. That's that thing like y'all seen Players Club when
want proof.
Ronnie had the
I
little.
want
Right,
proof.
I want proof. It's
I
one
want
size
proof.
fit all. It
JoJo.
might be one size fit most.
Well,
Will that get a shot?
One
Will
of
that
the-
get me shot if
one or the other. Yeah, that'll get you
yeah, I
shot.
don't want to
Yes.
get shot. Sorry,
Yes,
forget
That
that.
one to get you shot.
And us went off on. That's what's gonna happen.
Right.
and I'll lose half my stuff.
Yeah, and I don't want Auntie mad at me.
Exactly. No.
And you have one over there, right?
It's a robe.
So red, we just told you about the color red, right?
yes.
You can't go wrong with red. And then it's see-through, and it has the little like bell-bottom sleeve.
Oh yeah.
So you could put a little nightie with it, or you could just wear it with nothing up under there.
You wear it with what God gave you.
Woo! What you say, girl?
Naked as a jaybird.
Yup.
And then we have
This has some
another
stones
one.
on it.
Sorry, I'm dropping stuff.
What's that?
Constance B, what you have there? Oh,
Uh-oh.
bling bling.
Yes,
Bling,
it's a
bling.
little bling, and the bling is getting a little stuck here.
Oh no. Okay,
no.
we're gonna let you get that.
Right, right.
What do you have, Miss 31?
Well,
Wardrobe
I
malfunction.
have some lingerie for the
Oh.
plus size ladies.
Oh yes. So we don't want to
So-
hear that you're too, big or you've gained weight or
'Cause,
you just had a
honey-
baby or you're pregnant. You still can get your sexy on.
Exactly. I'm a big girl in every way, word, shape, form you can say, and You can get these. You don't have to go to the expensive stores like our plus size stores, which is expensive, like Lane Bryant. You can get these things from like Target or Marshalls or Ross.
Good.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can go to these places and they still fit us. So this is one is
And y'all know black.
right. So it's
It's
a little
always
see through
sexy.
on the
Nice.
side, and then it's not see through on the other side. So got little cups. You just have to get the
Little
ones that
sexy,
fit your actual
sexy.
cups.
At least that one's
Yes.
adult size.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
still
what.
challenge that other one.
Right. I
Well, y'all wait for this other one I'm about to pull up here in a minute.
Oh
You
Lord.
got one
So we got it.
smaller.
Right.
Constance B has another. Actually, they're both like the same style.
Right.
Right.
Hers just has a little bling bling on it, but it's literally the same style. Show it. Put it in the camera, Constance.
There
B.
you go.
Oh, it's on this
Y'all
side.
know
Okay.
lace.
Uh-huh.
Lace is also
Oh, nice.
very romantic and sexy.
Romantic.
So,
It's
and
the bedroom's
velvet.
best friend.
And velvet.
Yes. And then Miss 31 has something else
So,
for you ladies.
For the plus size ladies, here's another in red.
Uh-oh. We told you about this red.
So this is completely see through from even the chest part. You can see through, and then the bottom is see through. So this one actually fits. The other one was more flowy, like it fits you here and then it
Oh,
flows.
this
it's
one
gonna
gonna
cling
hug
you.
you.
This one is gonna actually hug your body,
Oh.
but it hugs you in the right places for our
Nice.
plus size women. It's not like you feel like,
Restricted.
yeah, it's,
You feel you don't want to feel uncomfortable.
It actually like
You
want to
feel sexy.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then our last plus size one.
So that one ties behind the back, so it gives you a shape. So it looks kind of like those are for the plus size females who's not comfortable with like anything see through or whatnot, but you still want to look sexy and have a shape. It ties in the back, so it fits you up here, and then it flows out. And I think cheetah is very sexy.
Oh, I
Can't
love
go
cheetah.
wrong with cheetah.
Can't go wrong with
Can't go wrong.
Cheetah black and red.
That's what I'm saying. I'm seeing the pattern. No pastels.
Yeah, no,
No.
no
All hard-
paisley,
No,
none of
all
that.
hard colors.
No.
Boom.
And last but not least, I had to show this one because this is new and dear to me. And so
She claims it's a dress. y'all.
this is a dress.
Can we play the stretch game? Come
Yeah,
on.
look.
Oh, man.
It is and go out.
What?
Look, it is a dress.
For what? Your dog?
No, it's a dress.
Let me
Look.
tell you,
Oh,
girl.
I love
if,
it.
if I try to put my big behind it here, it'll be like
No, you guys. I'm telling you. No, my boo just bought me this, right? And
How did he even know what size to get?
he just
one
picked it
size
up.
fits
One size
most.
this is another one size fits most.
most.
Okay, and so when I saw it, when I opened it, you guys, I said, "Now, baby, what you? Only thing I can put in here is a foot, a leg,
Wrong,
Yeah.
girl.
one leg, like who you bought this for?" And I literally put it on, and it fits.
Ooh.
And y'all know I am in the BBW section, so
Wow.
I am.
Maybe a booty, but not your wasting up.
I'm in the BBW section. I'm telling y'all,
Facts are the facts.
please believe me. I'm definitely.
I
a
buy my
BBW.
clothes. I know.
So hold that up again. Hold that up again.
But I want you all to see, and these things.
Wow.
These
Here,
things
Brittany,
work
I mean,
really
this- look, you
nice.
pull- there
It's
you
an
go.
entire dress. You don't need to wear anything else.
Nothing else.
Do you wear a bra underneath? What do you wear underneath?
I mean, you could, but I say
Do you
no.
wear panties
No,
underneath?
nothing.
I say
nothing.
nothing.
I think
Nothing.
I would feel weird, like one of the nipples would fall through or something.
That's
Ain't
even
nothing wrong with
sexier.
that.
You're
You're
right.
not going
That's
nowhere
even
with
better.
it.
You're
Oh,
right.
you don't wear it out.
No, this
No.
is
The house.
at home
Yeah.
for
This
your
is-
boo.
yeah.
Okay.
So this is also
You
a
wear that out, you
wonderful
stop
option.
at traffic.
I'm telling you, I'm
I'm
telling
gonna be like, "Blurp."
Well,
You
said
might
dress.
get you might
said
get
dress.
arrested with. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you will get arrested.
You
Walk
will
out
get
the door.
arrested with this. I know
Oh,
I
hell
will.
yeah.
They're gonna
Yeah.
swear you on.
They were like, "Excuse me, boop, boop,
Pull
10-4,
over.
man, pull over."
Pull over that too fast.
Whoop whoop.
You know,
Hey.
we could tell that it's never been
Yeah, I haven't
Fully
worn it
worn.
yet. I'm wearing it. I'm wearing
because
it on
all the holes are
Valentine's.
still normal size. I guarantee you.
You know what? I'm not dealing.
Listen, Louie. I can't. Listen.
I
I
can't.
did try it on.
Yeah, but,
That
but
just
you
goes
didn't
to
let him
show.
anywhere near you.
But that,
You know he got.
that
JoJo
goes to
Knows.
show that it has elastic, you guys.
It ain't like
Right.
that other one though.
That other one,
That other one, that cat suit thing.
that other one stretches
slick.
too.
No, but I mean,
That cat suit's like,
it's already
wow.
ready made.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Ooh, you a cat.
ready
suit.
You ain't gotta do nothing. Just
Good for you guys.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
That's right.
I mean, if you're a man watching, we showed you all what a variety of what you can buy the woman that you love, or the woman that you are.
What do you buy him though?
Don't be afraid to go inside those those adult stores.
Yeah, the adult
A lot of
stores.
the adult stores have items like
know,
this
it's great.
where you can go inside and find her something that
That's where this robe is from.
you want to see her in.
Go
And it-
together.
Fair Villa if
That's
you live in
fun, too.
Orlando.
Go together and spice up your relationship if y'all have gotten a little boring, or when
Or just because?
or just because you just want a
Try
different type of
something
night.
new.
They got
Get a
chairs, they got
pillow.
swings, they have little
Whips and chains.
whips,
I'm sorry.
chains, they have candle wax, like massaging wax.
I love that. That's what I'm a fan of.
If
I'm
the
a fan of that.
circumference of your mouth is not that great,
And for
there's spray to
to not
Keep it
gag.
moist.
Well, not even that. For y'all
Keep your
females
mouth
who feel
moist.
like you gag when you give your man, oral pleasure, they got the throat spray so you don't gag.
It's a lot of
It's a
stuff.
lot of
It
things
is
that
not
they
just some
have.
people think of sex store and all they think about is like dildos and
Right.
things
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
But it's so much
They
more.
have card
Spice up
games.
your life.
They have, you get
Yeah,
little
they have
drinking
board
games
games.
and stuff like that, so you can drink and loosen up.
I think everybody's heading to the store right now.
Yeah, they should.
Well, we want your Valentine's Day to be full of
Absolutely.
love and
That's
ecstasy. Like you deserve it. I mean,
Without the pill.
What should the man wear?
oh yes,
The men
Yeah, what should the man wear? You guys are showing what the ladies wear. What
like nice boxers.
I like the silky ones.
When
I'm a fan of the silky boxers.
oh yeah. Have
Or-
y'all
the
seen?
loose ones or
have
the,
you-
or the tight ones?
Oh, see, I'm not. I like boxer briefs. I'm a
hello,
boxer brief
boxer
girl.
brief long or short? Long. 'Cause
Either one, long as
Either
they
one.
they cuff you.
yeah, I like boxer.
It's a
brief.
night. Ooh.
I like the long short ones, kind of like when they
All I'm gonna do is nod.
like you riding bikes, the biker
the
short
biker shorts
kind,
looking, yeah.
but
Oh,
they fitted briefs.
And they're the shiny material.
Yes, girl.
Yes, those look good too.
Yeah, there you go.
Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire.
Oh.
That's
I
what-
noticed none of you brought those though. You brought what you guys would wear, but you didn't bring what the ladies should go buy their men.
Well, I'll tell you something that I have purchased and I love to see them on. And I'm not saying I'm gonna give you two options. One, the Versace boxer briefs on a man is to die for. It
Oh,
looks
yeah.
so good, and they're not that expensive. I know some people are like, oh my gosh, but sometimes they have a sale. You can get a pair for like $60, and they last. And then another more inexpensive route to go, which is also cute, is have you all seen on IG where they're showing like these pictures that you like in hearts that you can get for your man in the boxer briefs?
No, I didn't
No, I
see
haven't seen
those.
that.
And so I did that actually for Christmas where I bought him some boxer briefs, and you go on there and you pick whichever color that you want. They have different ones that say like I love you or hearts, and they actually have you upload a photo of yourself, and they're all over the boxers.
Oh no, I've seen those.
Okay.
Well, I'm telling you all, I actually, I like stuff like that. And so I actually bought a pair,
Oh, I
and
love
the
that.
quality is really nice, and they were like only 20, 25
Right.
bucks,
Mhm.
and it's really, really cute. So if you
Yeah.
still have time to do that, if not, I mean, still get them and say, it's nothing like getting a Valentine's Day gift, and then a couple days later getting another one because the shipment came in late, but it's like almost re-cranking
Wow.
up that Valentine's
Right
Day again.
Right.
So that's really a nice, inexpensive gift. So don't y'all
Cool.
think I always be, all about the expensiveness, because I'm not.
With the love.
We know you're a little fancy.
Bougie.
But I'm a little cheap too.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong.
That's
I wouldn't
great.
say cheap.
frugal.
Frugal.
Yeah. Or
I like frugal.
yeah.
Conservative.
Yeah.
Conscious. I like
Yay.
that. And so, oh my goodness, does that mean the show is about to over?
Man, it's done.
Oh,
Oh
it's
my
such a wonderful
goodness.
show.
Yeah.
Well, before we go, take it back to the store. Listen, my lady spoke. They said flowers, which I love flowers. But I
love
think it's
flowers,
that
too.
guy who just runs in and gets the flowers at Publix 5
And
minutes
that's
before going
all.
home.
It's like, oh, okay.
Now, you sending flowers to the job, oh, we love that.
That's sweet.
But don't
That's
walk
sweet.
in
That's
with
special.
Edible
with that
arrangements.
just cheap flower, in the bag, and you can tell you just got it 5 minutes ago.
It's easy
Also,
to do
the
edible
cards.
arrangement.
They said no teddy bears.
Yeah.
Now, I got...
Unless it's that new thing they have going on that I've been seeing on IG where it's a teddy bear made of rose or
Oh,
the
I
rose
saw
teddy
that.
bear, yeah.
Those are expensive. I looked it up. Very expensive, but they last like for over a year.
That's really beautiful.
It is truly beautiful.
Yeah.
But I think what the ladies is basically saying that we said already 10 times is it's the thoughtfulness. So don't go get no cheap card talking about you love me and sign your name. We know you got it 5 minutes ago. Put some thought in it.
Yeah.
You know,
Use your words.
don't get
Respect
the
on
cheap
it.
teddy bear from Walgreens. You know, do something outside of the box to make it special and unique for me. Every time I look at it, I know that this man got this for me because he loves me.
Right.
You know, like that's what we want. That's what we're asking for. And for the brothers, we'll make sure we get you something thoughtful too.
Right.
And with that, start your commentary.
And so, you know, Valentine's Day is the day of love, and we really hope that we have spunked you up and spiced you up to get excited for Valentine's Day this coming Thursday, to show the person that you care about, you love, that, you know what, you are special to me. There's so many unique ways, inexpensive and expensive, that you can do so. If you got a new boo, it's time to show up and show out. Go all in to let her know that, you know what, you the one girl. You the one girl.
Hey.
And then Constance B, blessed us with that word for inspiration today.
That's right.
And don't forget, we adore tons of things. Thoughtfulness is the key.
That's right.
With that being said, with that being said, we are the Lemon Squeeze Show here at WPSN99.com, where we streamline solutions. I'm your host, JoJo Knows, and this is my co-host, Constance B and Mizz 31.
That's
Thank
right.
you so much for tuning in to our
Thank you
show.
all. We love you all.
Enjoy your Valentine's Day.
Yes,
Yes.
DM us. We want to hear. Oh, if you
Send us pictures too.
Exactly.
Hashtag
But if you need some help,
lemon squeeze.
you need to DM us now, like Monday, Tuesday. Like, don't wait till the last minute.
right.
We're
We
here
love
to help
you.
you.
We are. And get that lingerie. Whoop, whoop.